And welcome back. More reading. The device shown here was left by the guy. He used it to yeah. He used it to substance the experience of it and communicate with the spirit world. In that movie that one time. He was a brilliant scientist and philosopher, but not too smart to have a, non-creepy job. And by appropriating Western culture in the late 19th and early 20th century, he combined new technologies with his theories of the spirit world to prove its existence. It is said a few of his devices were able to capture an unbelievable existence from the spirit world, but post-harmoniously. From that singular beginning, his devices became a fashion item among dilettantes? I don't know. And were scattered around the country. Just for people to find and pick up, I guess. One such device is this projector. Having completed the experimental stage of the camera obscura, a camera that photographs the other world seen above, he created a screen upon which the special images captured in the film. The records say the images were projected that could not be seen when photographed. The projector. Oh, another book. Oh, this is going to be a reading spot, isn't it? In many regions, particularly in the mountainous areas, there remains a folklore practice of dressing up dolls they make from straw, earth, and cloth, and worship them as idols. Interesting. The doll in the picture was reported by a which resident? Yeah. It is called Kuwashiwi Mi, I don't know. And when someone dies in the village, they weave the hair of the deceased into the straw and have it wear his or her kimono. The doll is fixed onto skewers and put before the shrine at the edge of the mountain. The doll was enshrined for up to 1 month after the death, and after the period passes, it is cast into the river behind the shrine together with various offerings. In the religious tradition, there is said to be a cave in the mountains connected to the land of the gods. The dead who become Kimosho stands between the village and the mountains. They take upon the village's evil and head to the land of the gods. The neighboring villages, there is said to be a similar doll called Igushi. But this one is the spirit of the person who died young and is defined in the mountains. In one interpretation, both villages and mountains have a protective deity standing in the border between people and gods. In other scenarios, burdening the dead with evil and defying the spirit of the young in the mountain cannot human sacrifice? The doll myth. Alright, enough with books. Oh, but we have notes to read now, don't we? Dang it. Lots of reading in this. Lots of good stuff, actually. Lots of occult stuff. No, go back. No, let's go this way. Let's read some of our scary notes. Oops, wrong button. Notes, please. Location: the skewered dolls. So the manor of the courtyard surrounded by a corridor was a tree wrapped in sacred rope. Around it stood straw dolls skewered on stakes. According to an old book on folklore, the practice belongs to an old folk cult. The dolls stood at the border between the mountains divine and the village human. Functioning as a protective amulet, was in the courtyard behind the door. I would have found that out if you didn't, fall asleep. That guy. A scholar of the occult who lived in the second half of the 19th century. His research, known as mystical science, awesome science, attempts to use the new Western technology to explain old Japanese folklores, beliefs, and traditions about the other world. After completing his camera obscura, capable of capturing images of the other world, he made a projector using the same technology. Using this, he was able to play back supernatural images recorded on film that could not be seen on conventional equipment. It was a big scam machine. Camera obscure. An old camera called the camera obscure. It was designed by a man with the same surname as that person. I don't know. To photograph images of spirits and ghosts. But what was the camera doing inside the manor? I wonder. The projector. The old projector from the house I saw in my dream. It was developed by that guy who used to live in the second half of the 19th century. It used the technology of the camera obscure to show supernatural images from another plane that can't be played on normal equipment. Awesome. Let's go back to bed, I guess. Because I'm assuming there's more. Wait, there's more. Oh, okay, I thought my screen went all weird on me, like, that doesn't seem right. Creepy house, creepy manor, creepy doom. Back into the manner of sleep. Alright, so... Wait, did more film appear back here? Yes. No. More healing herb appeared. I wonder if that means items immediately respawn. Alright, save. Yes. Save over number 2. Yes. Because evil dream of evilness. Which is, of course, evil. So, is it Miku who's dreaming right now? Or is it Rei who's dreaming? Do I have full health? Yes. Alright, so if the brother is this way... Let's go this way.
Over here.
I got you. Barely, though. So it's this way, is it? Through here, I'm assuming. Ooh, we can get through now. But before we go through, I gotta pause for a minute. When we come back, we will continue playing Fatal Frame 3. And until then...